All right, cool. What's happening, guys? It's the Brothers Geek Out podcast. It is episode 212. You know what? I'm going to stop saying what episode it is from now on. I'm just going to say welcome to the podcast. Massive thank you to everybody who comes in and listens and watches and comments, dislikes, clicks the like button, dislike button, and the rest of it. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the love and support on the channel. You guys recently have shown us a lot of love, and we'll go from there now. I mean, G-Man's in New York. What's happening, bro? He just did the Notorious B.I.G. walk, which is absolutely amazing. So you got some great footage. Make sure you go check it out on his Instagram page. You know what? You should have tagged the brothers. You know what? Send me those photos. I'm going to post them.
Oh yeah, I should have tagged the brothers. My bad. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll post it up. But yeah, how you been? How's it going?
I've been good, bro. I've been good. Landed in New York yesterday. Got a chance to see our cousins. I ain't seen them in Rubel I ain't seen in 14 years. Jovel in 29 years. It's good to be in New York. Unfortunately, it's raining today. My plan today was to go to New Jersey because I've never been there. Possibly going to what do you call it, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes' comic book shop. But it's raining, so I couldn't make it. So I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go out for a run. And like you said, I done a Brooklyn Notorious B.I.G. run. So I ran for I feel like nearly 7 miles or something.
All right, cool.
Different memorials. Like I said in my post, when you're in Brooklyn, you got to pay respects to the king.
Yeah.
So it's B.I.G. rest in peace, is the king of Brooklyn, man. So yeah, no, it's been good. It's good. I got myself a grilled cheese sandwich and some sugary coffee. So just go get my jet lag games. But it's good to be in New York, bro. I love our global podcast that we do.
I was gonna say the podcast has been around the world now. Like, you know, certain guests we've had on the show and where you've been traveling as well. It's been really good. We've got some good memories on there. So like, you know, the next generation of Ahmeds will be like, oh, look, this is what Granddad and everybody got up to. You know what I mean?
Love it, man. But yeah, just a week in New York. We'll figure out what to do for the rest of the couple of days. And yeah, man. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, bro. Damn, a lot's been going on in the last week, hasn't it?
Oh, man, we were treated this week, man. We had so much go on.
Yeah.
And I just watched a movie called Adam Sandler's Hustle, and man, that guy. I mean, I'm gonna jump straight in because it's coming fresh off my head. When you get the chance, while you're in New York and you're gonna watch something, check it out, bro. Adam Sandler is wicked, bro. I got nothing but love for that dude. He's recently picked his projects really well. This movie's got a lot of heart, man. Had me like, I'm like the new Kevin Smith now, man. I'm always tearing up and shit now, but you know, the family dynamics, how much it means to him to be a scout and a coach, but the love of basketball, you know what I mean? The passion and love he shows for basketball, and it's just the story itself, man. Such a great movie. His acting skills are like, he's becoming one of my favorite actors, man. Like, Uncut Gems was brilliant. I love him in all of his movies, regardless whether they're comedy, you know, funky animation. But Hustle, and you know, it's got into my list of one of my favorite movies this year, man.
Wow, it's that good, yeah?
It should have been in cinema. I personally think that I would have loved that in cinema because, you know what, like when you're watching a game like Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington, and you know you're playing a game, like it makes you feel like you're in the game. Even when we watched Lagan, which is like an Amir Khan film, that cricket game was emotional, even though it was a 4-hour Bollywood movie. That cricket game was emotional. So like, the tenseness and everything that was riding on it, and how much goes into, you know, any type of work that you do in life in general, and what stakes are on there with your family as well. Like, sick, absolutely sick. Make sure you watch it, bro. Great film. Very, very, very enjoyable.
Let me take a look. I think the perception of him is because he does like goofy comedy from Waterboy to Zohan and whatnot. You just feel that he hasn't got the acting abilities to do what he did. But after Uncut Gems, he showed everyone that he's a versatile, an amazing actor. He should have even got an award, an Oscar for those sort of performances.
Uncut Gems, he should have won. He should have got an Oscar for something. What, you know what? I mean, Oscar doesn't really, you know, he gets the credit that's due. You know what I mean? He gets the credit that's due, and I think
we've been fans from him from the beginning. Listen, even all his comedy movies, and people are just like the shitty Adam Sandler movies or this. I love all of them because they are hilarious and they have these good good feel moments. They have
Yeah.
so they have a principle to all of them, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Which is always a good feel sort of moment. I love Adam Sandler. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Always a fan of him. Gonna watch all. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Well, if I got some time in New York.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, no, I know we're jumping in. We had loads of stuff. You got everything on the list, so let's just go through it, man. So John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Hopefully I said that right. Produces Day Shift, the Jamie Foxx versus Vampire. Oh yes, I saw the trailer to that. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That'll be good.
Does it look good? I mean, I just think John Wick fighting style with vampires, almost like Blade.
Yeah. I can see that. Definitely see that. Yeah. No, it's good, man. Look, Jamie Foxx got a lot of love for that dude. And he's got some great movies coming out soon. So yeah, no, definitely. That's good.
Eating, man. I'm hungry.
No, you eat. I'll go through the list.
Hotel I'm staying in. Super any false advertisement, a false advertisement of breakfast. Breakfast is just a bag full of like a bagel and cream cheese or whatnot. So basic. Any false advertisement of gym, the gyms, I go out to the gym, it's a fucking storage unit. I'm like, where's the gym? Oh, we're just under reconstruction. Bullshit. It's a storage unit, bro. Sorry. So anyway, I'm just eating and whatnot. So
no, that's cool. So Jason Bateman, Viola Davis, Chris Tucker, Marlon Wayans, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon in an untitled Nike movie.
That's what I saw. And I think
that's going to be interesting. I mean, is it going to be like a Nike biography story or something like that? Or is it just something that Nike has invested in?
You know what? I didn't do the research, but I just saw all those names. And I was like, let's put it in there. Sorry, right?
But no, listen, whatever the project's going to be, that sounds interesting.
I had a quick read, and I think it's Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are doing what they do great at, which is because they produce and direct their movies and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Them, and then I think it's a story about. I don't know. Let me just check. You know what? Research real quick. Sorry, my bad. I should have read it. I just popped it in there. That's what I do sometimes.
All right.
Movie. Oh my god, I can't even spell. Ben Affleck. The movies they make anyway, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and whatnot, it's freaking amazing.
They're always great. They're always great films, bro. I'm never gonna, I'll always watch their films. They're great actors and directors and writers. They're really good at what they do. So
I heard rumors that Warner Brothers are trying to. I mean, it might be fake news. They're trying to throw tons of money at Ben Affleck to come back as Batman.
It's that. Yeah, they keep saying, "Come on, come back," but I don't know if it's real or not. To be honest,
yeah, it could be fake news. So my internet's running basic.
That's all right.
But yeah, just trying to check into what it's saying. Film about Nike's request to sign Michael Jackson as well. Michael Jordan. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, film. So it's about that basically, because obviously Jordan and his shoes and whatnot, and Nike, big sponsors and whatnot. So yeah, sounds like an interesting.
Yeah, story. Definitely. That sounds really good.
Such a great cast.
That's good, and that's going to be an amazing cast, bro. That's an amazing cast. So yeah, no, definitely. Let's see how that turns out.
I wonder if that came off the success of what's that? The Michael Jordan biography that came out on Netflix. What was it called again? I don't know if you watched it, bro, because I'm not into basketball, but I watched that and it was fucking deep. What was it called?
I heard about it, but no, I didn't watch it.
Really good. Like I said, I don't know nothing about basketball. Obviously, you know Michael Jordan. When someone's so famous and popular, regardless of the sport, you just know them, right?
Yeah.
Like, any sport like Maradona and whatnot. I don't watch football, but I know him.
Yeah.
I wonder if it came off the success of that, because that, obviously that was about his story, but then it did talk about his sponsorship with Nike and all that sort of stuff and his Jordans and everything. So maybe it's capitalizing off that. There's stories to be told.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I would not be surprised. But no, another cool project if it works out because excuse me, man. Grab some water. Like Adam Sandler and LeBron James produced Hustle, so it was a story that he wanted to tell, and it had a lot of real basketball players in the film as well. So yeah, no, looking forward to that. That'd be interesting to see. So David Chappelle and Chris Rock to do a show in London. When is that happening? What was the dates for that?
Just try and go. I think it's later this year or something. But
Yeah,
I
I'll check it
wonder,
out, check the tickets out, man. I'd like to see that, but it'd be interesting.
because both of them got attacked. Obviously, Will Smith attacked Chris Rock, and then Dave Chappelle got attacked last time. I wonder if this is going to be about. I mean, they got material, they write material and whatnot, but obviously it's been weeks and months since the incident. I'm sure Chris Rock is just ready to just not cuss, but make jokes about it completely. And I wonder if they call this tour like, I don't know, slap or something. I don't know, like, I'm trying to say the attack or something like that. Those two are
Slaps just sounds jokes.
comedian geniuses, bro. They would not let it go. They will make a laugh out of it. You know what I mean? Like these incidents that they've gone through, they'll definitely make comedy out of it. So I just wonder if they're just tag teaming up, not just London. I'm sure they're doing around the world or whatnot. But
No, I'd be interested to see where they go with it. Definitely. Uma Thurman, Henry Golden has joined Charlize Theron in the sequel. Oh yes, I saw that this for The Old Guard, which was a really good film. I really enjoyed that. I'm trying to remember where they left it off. How did they leave it? Somebody new joined the team, right?
fuck, I can't remember.
Because it was like about reincarnation or something like that, wasn't it?
They were like immortals and stuff.
Immortals, that's right. Okay, cool. Because originally when they advertised that, I thought it was going to be like a vampire movie or something, right?
I mean, sorry, man, for basic eating on the podcast, but Uma Thurman, you know, she might bring her Kill Bill vibe in here. And Henry Golding, he was in the Snake Eyes and whatnot. I think it was Snake Eyes. So I think he's just got that action ability.
All right, interesting. That'd be good. Let's see how that pans out. The Boys officially renewed for season 4, which is absolutely amazing. I haven't even started it yet, bro.
The thing is about this news, which is awesome because I want to see more, even though I haven't seen season 3, but it makes me already know at the end of season 3, it's going to leave it in a place where there's going to be a season 4. Like, I don't think Jimmy Butcher is going to die in this one. I don't think, who's the main super, what's his name again? Mr. America. Homelander, sorry. I don't think he's going to die in this one. So I feel, because now I already know there's, however.
Yeah, they could have waited for that, to be honest.
At the end, yeah, but the thing is, like, yeah, they could have waited, and also, I want to see more. To be honest with you, I haven't even seen season 3, and I already know I want to see more. So just give it to me. But when I get back to Singapore, I think I'll start seeing season 3. I'm just gonna let it build for now. I'm traveling. I don't have the time and whatnot. But yeah.
And plus we got so much content that's come out, bro. The past week or 2 weeks, like. It's good to be a geek at that moment, man. We got a lot of stuff, man. Yeah, let's continue. Yes, man. This one was one of my favorites of the week. Joker 2 got officially confirmed with Joaquin Phoenix and director Todd Phillips posting an image of him reading the script. So it'll be interesting to see where they head. I've seen a lot of theories come up online, split personalities, split characters. You know, we got a really good thing coming up. If it's done well and they're doing it as a trilogy, then why not, bro? You know what I mean? I'm not going to say no to that. And it's separate to what else is coming out. You know, DC don't have to have a continued DCU story running. They can do that, but I think they're good with their solo projects, bro, because it's one focus, isn't it?
I agree definitely, because the first one was amazing and the solo projects they do are amazing, but you can't help not want to see a Batman in there. You know what I'm trying to say? I think this movie, I can't remember who it was, but someone was talking to me about the Joker, and they were like, they loved it, but also they were like, I loved it, but it wasn't the Joker that I know, in the sense that he was just he was a madman. By the end of the day, he was a psycho, he was a madman, and he went through that. There's a lot of movies about crazy people and whatnot, yeah. So they're like, I hope the next one expresses the Joker out of it. That makes sense? Like,
of course. I mean, it was his origin story, isn't it? It was something beginning. It showed how Gotham City the city failed him and turned him into this, to this character. So yeah, no, it'd be interesting because we'll get to see where the story goes after, and if they introduce a Batman in that, you know what I mean?
I think they should. I mean, for me personally, I don't think it'll be bad if they don't. But I would love to see a Batman in there. I would love to.
I mean, the Bruce Wayne in there was like really young, so
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see if they cross paths or whatever they do.
it'll be interesting to see, like, because you won't end it off with Joker dying. You could just end it off with Joker going to Arkham Asylum. So, whatever the trilogy is, big battle with Batman, blah, 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 and the ending is he ends up in prison because he can't die. He won't die. But hey, listen, I fucking Joaquin Phoenix was absolutely awesome. So I want to see more of him. So let's go.
No, definitely. Excuse me. Masters of the Universe Revelation gets a sequel. Mark Bernardin, Kevin Smith, you go, guys. I got love for you. Continue doing what you guys love doing. I love the show. It was really great. Good to see it on there. Yeah, that's it. I haven't got much to say about that. I mean,
I love them guys too. I just hope this time Kevin Smith, regardless of the views and the comments, just doesn't. What I was up a little bit like, come on, Kevin, don't do that. He made a whole podcast when he done the Fat Man Beyond podcast on defending the project, and he should have just said, "Well, fuck you, look. We watch. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Moving on." But he spent really an hour and a half with a whole podcast just talking about the negative comments and defending it. And I was just like, Kevin, man, I'm spitting all over the place. Kevin, you're too big for that, man. You're too big for that.
I know, man, but he's human, isn't it?
I know, but he's such a legend. I'm like, well, you don't even need to acknowledge it and say, guys, if you didn't like it, go watch the old ones or don't watch my one. But he just went on. So I hope he just makes this as the best he definitely will. And then when it runs, like it or hate it, I don't give a fuck. I did it, No,
of course, definitely. No, that's good. That's good news as well. And Jake Scheiser will direct the Marvel Studios Thunderbolt movie. I don't know what Jake's done though.
I saw something. He done some kind of robot movie. Hold on, let me check. But anyway, the big news is we're definitely getting a Thunderbolt movie. I mean, they've been teasing them since Baron Zemo showed up since Civil War. I mean, think about it. Yeah. Since Civil War, they introduced Thunderbolts. I mean, Thunderbolt Ross, unfortunately,
he passed away last year, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know where they're going to go with. I mean, we're going to have a character change. Somebody else is going to play the role, or they could have somebody else leading it in respects for the guy who played it. But listen, man, I think the Thunderbolt comics are amazing. I love that original origin story of them coming together. It'll be interesting on what characters that they pick to be part of the Suicide Squad. This Suicide Squad, basically.
Yeah, I mean, some people say it's very different to the Suicide Squad because there's a lot of redemption. He's not trying to get a lot of redemption. But look, here's some of the movies that he's made. 2012, Robert and Frank. Paper Towns, 2015.
Yeah, Paper Towns, I know.
I don't know that one. I Can See You. That is. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think what Marvel does, which is pretty good, is they get these independent sort of directors. These, they don't need to be big. Some of them are, but they don't need to get big, massive directors, and they allow them to build these independent Marvel movies. Maybe it's Marvel's way of controlling things. I don't know because I don't know. But anyway,
I think so, bro.
It could be
because every time they had big directors connected to their projects, they ended up leaving. Edgar Wright, a lot of creative differences, ended up leaving, just becoming a producer and writer instead of the screenplay. So like little things like that, I feel like, yes, a big corporation does have control over what is done when it comes to something like that. And remember, bro, most of it's already pre-done because think about like exactly what Sam Raimi said, and I've heard this before in interviews with other directors, even Joe and the Russo brothers say, the action's already done, bro. Previous done, you know what I mean? So they don't have to worry about the action. All they're doing is directing people in different places at the moment. So yes, I think they have a lot of creative control. Yes, I feel like they bring on new directors, and they actually, it's amazing because it gives people chances that didn't think they were going to do big budget movies, that chance to do it. Yeah, but there is a lot of creative control, bro. And with a corporation that big, I mean, I ain't gonna say no, man. Yeah, man. Let me. I'll direct something, man. Just they do it for me.
But and also, I don't, in some way I don't blame him, because Marvel's like, we got a vision, we got a 10
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
20-year vision. You gotta stay in this, here's the base. You gotta stay in this base, and then
And
do
that's
other sort of stuff. But you
yeah,
have to, because we're building something. It's not just an independent movie where it's like, oh, do what you want. So I do respect the fact that there's, and I'm not defending Disney, man. They run everything, and whatever. But I respect it, because they got a vision, and I think that's a good thing as well. Where you're like, here's our vision. Here you go. You go deal with whatever you think.
yeah.
And I think it's kind of, in some way, kind of, in some other ways, maybe kind of good that they have their on-site kind of that already done the fight scenes and whatnot, because they're going to make sure that the fight and the action is relevant to that character. You
Of
know,
course, bro. Of course. I mean, that's how you, bro.
Like,
Yeah, of course. You got to pre-plan that, and if they're gonna do that, is and get that involved, it's something you got to do. It's part of the job, man. It's part of the job. So no, all the best to him. Hopefully they get a good script together, and the Thunderbolts. I'm looking for it.
Rumors is obviously, Red Hulk. You got Zemo. You got basic Black Widow sister. Sorry, I forgot her name.
Yeah, it's gone out of my head.
My bad. You got who else was there? The Captain America dude, basic dude.
Agent Zero or something.
My guy. Who else was there? Apparently Winter Soldier might be in it.
Okay.
But some of the Thunderbolts, obviously they change. Punisher was in one of them, and
yeah. They rotate. They rotate.
Yeah, I've seen the one. I read one comic which I can't remember what it was, but I obviously read it because of Punisher, and they were chasing Ghost Rider.
All right. Okay.
I loved it. At the end of it, you know me, I get moist over these things, man. But oh shit, I just hurt the blister on my foot after that.
Loose.
Almost ripped it off, man. Remember that with Simon Pegg? When he goes for a run, the marathon movie, and then he gets a big blister and pulls it off.
Oh, Buzz.
Scratched it. Okay, anyway, sorry. There was this comic book I read, and what I loved about it was they were after Ghost Rider, and right at the end when Punisher kind of got Ghost Rider with a plan, not Nick Cage, Johnny Blaze looked at him and said, coming from a man, something to do with revenge, because Ghost Rider, he lost someone and whatnot, and then Punisher was like, yeah, I get you. You can go. Like it just related to him in regards to
yeah.
And I just loved it. I love Punisher because Punisher's a good guy. Like he's got morals. So when I say he's got good morals, when he sees a good guy, when he sees a hero, he lets, you know what I mean? He will never kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, Thunderbolts movie is going to be good. I think they should do a show. That would be freaking even better, I reckon. Because I'm loving these Marvel shows, which we'll get into. But cool, real quick, Spider-Man is getting an extended cut coming out in cinema. Yes, boy. September, I read. Bro, I'm definitely watching that, man. Give me the money.
That was moist.
Bro.
That was moist to hear that. So yes, September, take my monies, man. Take my monies. I am looking to do that. I'm gonna book that and go and enjoy another 3 hours of Spider-Man. I haven't seen it since like last time it was a cinema. And I mean, I got it on 4K Blu-ray and I want to watch it. I'm going to do that. But yeah, exciting times, man.
Saw the last hour on the plane when I was coming from Singapore to London. I had to kill an hour. And like, that was the best way to kill an hour the last year of Spider-Man. I still think to this day that they fucked up with Endgames, that they should have had the deleted scenes. They should have, finished them off and then re-released it in cinema like 30 minutes more. Not the basic shit that we saw, I'm sorry, but that was basic.
Yeah, that was.
Because Avatar's beating the global box office, they would have been like, all right, cool. Hold my tea or hold my beer, whatever the phase is. Here's an extra 30 minutes of Endgames. Go on, guys, go get us another extra billion or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's nuts. Absolutely nuts. They could do that. And it's going to be hard to top it, bro. What movie's going to top it right now? You can't think of anything else that's going to top it like that, because Endgame was a 30-year build-up.
Which one? Endgame?
Not 30 movie build-up almost. So like that's 10 years, 14 years.
But obviously it was so close with the box office, with Avatar being the best, and it did hit the #1, and then Avatar just re-released itself as, why not? Even though it's all Disney money anyway, but still, for Endgames to be at the top, it would have been awesome if they just like re-released it with a proper 30 minutes of extra deleted scenes, really done, like produced and everything.
Yeah.
There you go. I guarantee you, with 30 extra minutes, you're talking about, I'm telling you, man, it's as crazy as it sounds, I reckon you're getting a couple of 100,000 in there, possibly another billion, just because people would want to go watch it after this long.
It'd be interesting to see if they do that. Definitely. All right.
Sure. I'm going. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's talk about Obi-Wan before we jump on Miss Marvel. Episode 3 came out, which has caused a lot of. Episode 4 came out, which caused a lot of controversy. But I loved it. I genuinely loved it. I love where they're going with the story.
What
controversy? Bro, people found it too short. They didn't like the episode. They didn't like what happened at the end. They say it was lazy writing. You know, how can Obi-Wan have it in a jacket and walk around and nobody notice her? I think people look into things quite a lot, and I don't blame them. I mean, we're in an era now where we just watch and listen. But we listen to critiques and shit. Yeah, I think everybody's just lost their moment in a film. Like, I know it was silly, but in that sort of high pressure moment where everybody's scattered around trying to get to things and do things, you're gonna, like, I do it in my own job, bro. When it's a busy day, I miss out something.
Well, also, at the end of the episode, I forgot her name, but the main villain, sorry, she said I intentionally let them go. So how do we not know those little slip-ups were put in because she was already in regards to the show itself? I like, you know, let them go because I put a tracker on them, right? So maybe those little slip-ups that they're talking about was intended. I don't know, but
I mean, that's this because we think more of the positive way of watching something, right? Because we're enjoying the content we're getting. I'm not really looking at the nitty gritty, and I'm just enjoying it for what it is. You're dirty boy.
Right. Yeah. But what happened?
I just killed a mosquitoes.
But yeah, also, yes, episode 3 was a hard one to beat. You had a whole freaking half an episode of Vader.
Yeah.
That's hard to beat anyway, bro. Like, come on, like you can't beat that. Maybe the last episode they might put something in, but so you can't just have every episode like as good as episode 3.
No, exactly. I think it's going to be really hard to keep up with it. But listen, bro. I saw Ben get his powers back. I see Ben believing in himself a little bit more. You know, the kid means so much more. And she just reminds me of Carrie Fisher, like the way she plays Leia, the strength in her. And, you know, bro, teared up again at the end when she grabbed his hand. She was so happy to see him.
That's what I'm saying. And he's getting hope as well. Like, he's finally seeing that he's needed, you know, as a Jedi.
He's needed, yeah, exactly.
Rather than just fuck this Jedi life and blah, blah, blah. He's actually believing in it again to be like, this is a necessary thing to continue.
Yeah, exactly.
And she and the kids and what they're going through, and probably him seeing Vader is probably made him realize that this is something we need to continue.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it might inspire him more for his training for Luke. I know he'd already discussed it, saying that they got a deal, they're going to train, but I feel like it would have been half-witted training. Yeah. So I feel like now he's being more inspired to train Luke to be like, we got to do this, and you are going to beat Vader. You know what I mean? Like, there's inspiration in this. Like, he's again overcoming adversity, and he needs to be inspired again as to be this Jedi.
Exactly. Exactly. Listen, bro, lovely episode. I'm looking forward to next week. We're being treated, man. This week we got the Black Adam trailer drop, bro. Sick. How can we forget? The Rock has been pushing it like crazy. That guy's a marketing team in himself.
He's a force, man. He looks like a freaking force. He looks like a juggernaut, and he is a juggernaut. He's just a force with him, and he's just seemed like such a lovely guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was sick. That was awesome. And the movie looks like, I think it's gonna have some comedic value as well as just a good story and looking great. It's got that guy in there. What's his name? That comedian that I see, the the guy from Palestine. What's his name again? Mohammed something. I don't know. He's a funny dude.
Yeah.
But bro, it looks good, and I love the fact that Rock just looks great. And then we got, was it Atom? Who's the big giant dude?
So I got Dr. Atom.
Brilliant, bro. This is the first time since. I mean, their costumes generally look fine anyway. Actually, DC do a good job.
They do a good job with their costume.
Really good. He looks really good. I think when DC do their movies, their costumes come out really good. I really enjoy it. The CW shows is what I was thinking about. They're basic, so I don't like those. but the movie ones, they do a great job with costume design.
No, they look good, man. Hawkman, Cyclone, she looks awesome. We only got to see her in a quick little scene. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. Oh, big boy casting, because that's going to suit him really well. That looked like you did a sneeze from Rush Hour, bro. Like, remember that outtake? It's like, what the fuck is that? Are you okay? He's like, "Brr."
Because remember in the scene, he's like, man, you know what?
Shit is fucked up. Yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. I'm in the works. This is going to be the big one for me. Like, Warner Brothers, you're the best. You hooked me up. And just a little plug, because this should come out Tuesday morning. The Batman is available on 4K Blu-ray and DVD, guys. Make sure you go catch it. It's got 2 hours of extra content, and the limited edition steelbook comes with 4 art cards and a massive poster. Thank you, WB. I got love for you guys. One of my favorite movies of this year as well. Yeah, what can I say? And I've got something really, so this is coming out on Tuesday. So go to my Instagram, our Instagram page, and check out the little project I did for WB, which was absolutely awesome as well. So that will be on our Brothers Geek Out page, my page, Twitter, TikTok. Check it out. Massive thank you. But while we got 8 minutes left on this mofo, let's talk about Miss Marvel, bro. I mean, we've got an in-depth review and breakdown and spoilers, which is on the next channel, not on the next channel, on the video before this. Guys, go in there, click in. We had some great reactions. You guys are absolutely amazing. This week was really good. But then it came with some shit as well.
Oh, I didn't see that. I don't see that.
You don't see the shit, bro. I see all the shit that comes with it after. Bro, overview of the show before I go into the shitstorm that the Brothers Geek Out podcast had to put out after. You just do your overview, bro. Like, what do you think of the show?
I mean, freaking enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I do see the comparison to Spider-Man, where they were saying that the Spider-Man high school kid just going through their dramas and then has these great powers, which will come with great responsibilities. I saw that vibe. I loved that sort of vibe of it. Obviously, the representation of a brown Muslim character. Check out the spoiler review. Check out the little video clip. I spoke about Idris having that representation. I spoke about myself. Maybe I'm conditioned not to see it, but I always felt represented in seeing Captain America and the Punisher, and so, as in their characters, Black Panther. I felt representation in their characters, obviously the way they look and everything. So it never really bugged me, or had an issue with it, because I saw, like I said, Cap. I love his honor, his respect, just being a hero, just being a good guy. I find representation in that. But when Idris was saying, "That's my ummi," like every time you saw Camilla Khan, I was like, oh, I finally see the representation that people talk about. So I love that from that perspective. There was a lot of cultural relations that I could get from it. But just overall show, man, I'm loving it, man. And she's a comic book fan. She's an Avengers geek, sorry.
She's an Avengers geek. She's a fan like us, bro. So it's like a true love letter to fans of a fan becoming a superhero. That's amazing, bro. You know what I mean? That's me there all day, us lot being fans of it, and then suddenly like, shit, man, I got powers, man. What do I do, man? Let's rob a bank. No, I'm joking.
And he become a supervillain. No, but that's literally our thing, bro. Like, could you imagine? Like, we're so excited about it. We always dream about it. Imagine if I got powers and shit. But that's her. That's another representation. Whether she was, this is what I mean. Her character representation of just that side. I see that.
Yeah.
But the positive feedback we've been getting, bro, on the comments of that story of Idris seeing representation has been amazing. From LinkedIn, bro. I've seen loads on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. You'll tell me about the TikTok stuff. Someone on Instagram, she said a great point. She goes, "It's a beautiful story, and then if we see representation from everyone, meaning like she said, like you saw representation from Kat, as well as you did from Kamala Khan, and that's what unites us. Find the representation in whoever."
Yeah.
But it's great that they're putting out these characters, because I'm telling you, if you're not a Muslim brown female, but you're like a college or a school student, you will find representation in her going through her school journey. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
If you're just an Avengers fan or a comic book geek, you will find that representation in her geekness of all the Avengers and whatnot. So that's what I'm saying. You can find representation in everything in characters. Doesn't matter what they look like, but also yes, that extra element of, oh, she is a brown little Muslim girl, and Idris is like, that's my ummi, makes you realize, okay, there's more representation in it. So, you know, I get it with Cat, for example. I'm not going to see him as representation of he looks like me or whatnot, but I'm going to find the representation in his characteristics.
And his values, bro, and what he brings. You know what I mean? And that's how it's always been like for us as a character, and growing up in a Muslim family, you know, not to judge others and the rest of it, respect others as well, respect thy neighbor, you know, and not question things. But listen, we got some great response from that video and the review, and TikTok has been absolutely amazing. But then on TikTok as well comes the haters as well. You know, you had the people saying, shit, it's like Lizzie McGuire and the rest of it. And I thought, that's cool. You know, stuff like that, it doesn't bother me because it's a childish program. It's not directed for the older. It's not actually, to be honest, as a fan, I don't see an age group on it. For me personally, because it still touched me and I still enjoyed it like any other movie or any other thing. You know what I mean?
PG to 18, you got Miss Marvel to the Punisher, and I'm in all of them. I'm gonna watch all of them.
Exactly. So listen, that was great, and a response, the overwhelming response, and I mean, salams to all the sisters that commented as well. I've got a couple of podcasts coming out with some people from the States and Canada, and we're going to be touching base on Muslim representation. And I started off a little thing on TikTok as well, where I'll be doing little breakdowns on, I was going to say the word Muslimic, and I was like, I'm going to hurt myself for that. But Islamic superhero characters that are already there. They've been in the comic books for 20 years plus. Yeah. And I'm going to do breakdowns on each of those characters. And that's across all media and platform, books, DC, Marvel, Image, Dark Horse. There's, you know, all of those comic book characters, they're all covered in it. The diversity in comic books has always been there. And that was when we first started seeing, you know, the X-Men and stuff like that. So listen, it's always been there. Muslims are getting more represented as well, but there is a lot of South Asians in there as well. So, bro, amazing. But some people, I mean, there's a Facebook group saying Christians against Miss Marvel.
What the hell? Okay, but those are stupid racist. Like, those are stupid people, bro. But I won't be surprised if some idiot made a group saying Muslims against Captain America, some shit like, you know what I mean? Those are psychotic.
Yeah.
So we don't need to worry about those people. They're psychotic weirdos, bro. Listen, if some people didn't like the show, then that's fine.
Of course, that's right. There's nothing wrong with the show, but I think the fact that they thought, you know, listen, man, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, you know, it's still a white woman, so there's no issues there. This is our Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, even Captain Marvel, she's still my Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
you know, she's still my hero or whatnot. No, what I'm saying is, if people are making racist comments, then they obviously have mental issues, and but listen, them as human beings are fucked up. If they didn't like the show because it's kiddish, that makes perfect sense for me. As long as the content is good, I'm gonna fucking always watch it and enjoy it. I don't want a brown Muslim or whoever on the thing just to represent me. Then give me shit content. Make good content. I genuinely enjoyed this content because I just thought it was fun.
It was a great show, great creative directions. It looked amazing. The colors were amazing. It was delivered, man. I can't wait for Wednesday, bro. Obi-Wan, Miss Marvel, Day Dance, bro. You know what I mean? That's all I'll be waiting for, bro.
Sick. What a great day, man. Wednesday is such a great day. 2 hours of just geek out. Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel. I love it. I might not have a chance to watch it this week just because I'm at work conference and whatnot. So kids, make sure you do the
You know what? I just realized as well, we've got less than a minute left. Shout outs to Universal. I'm going to go watch The Black Phone, is Ethan Hawke's new horror movie, which comes out on Wednesday. Comes out the following week, but I get to see a screener of it this week.